Dear shareholders, I, S.K. Radhakrishnan, Company Secretary, welcome you all to the 40th Annual General Meeting of our company being held through video conference. I am participating in this meeting from registered office located at 34A Kamaraj Road, Coimbatore 18. I would like to take you through points regarding the participation through video conferencing at this meeting. The facility of joining the AGM through video conference or other audio visual means is being made available for 1,000 members as first come first served basis. All members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The company has received requests from two members to register themselves as speakers during the meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open to them to ask questions or express their views. The moderator will facilitate the session once the chairman opens the floor for questions. The speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the host. To start speaking, the shareholder is requested to click the video on button. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, the shareholder can speak through the audio mode. While speaking, we request the speaker shareholder to use earphone so that he is clearly audible, minimize any noise in the background, ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices, no other background applications are running, and there is a proper lighting to have good video and audio experience. We would like to request each shareholder to kindly limit his speech to 3 minutes. During the AGM, if a member faces any technical issue, he may contact the helpline number 1800 1020 990, which is also mentioned in the AGM notice. It is hereby informed to the members that based on the reasons of business exigency urgency, the board of directors of the company have decided that special business item included in the notice convening the meeting was unavoidable, hence was being considered. Thank you. Now I request Sri Sanjay Jayawardene, Chairman, to commence the proceedings of the meeting. Thank you.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you all to the 40th Annual General Meeting of the company being held today. I, Sanjay Jayawardene, Chairman of the company, am attending the meeting from the registered office at 34A Kamaraj Road, Coimbatore. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic still prevailing across the country and the social distancing norms implemented, this meeting is being conducted through video conferencing facility in accordance with the framework issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India through their respective circulars. I also wish to state that the proceedings of this meeting is being recorded and the recorded video will be posted on the website of the company. Before we start with the main proceedings of the meeting, I take great pleasure in introducing my fellow board members and executives. I request each of them to state their name and the location from where they are participating in the meeting after my introduction. I would like to first introduce Sri S. Venkatraman, Independent Director, Chairman of Audit Committee, Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and member of the CSR Committee.
I am S. Venkatraman, and I am S. Venkatraman, and I am attending this meeting in the boardroom of LMW Services.
Thank you. Srimati Vijayalakshmi Narendra, Independent Woman Director of the company, member of the Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Stakeholders Relationship Committee, and the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee.
Attending the meeting from Chicago. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Sri B. Lakshmi Narayana, Independent Director, member of the Audit Committee, Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee.
My name is Lakshmi Narayana, and I am attending the annual general meeting from Coimbatore. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Justice Srimati Chitra Venkatraman, Independent Director.
I'm Chitra Venkatraman from a residence in Chennai. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Shivali Jayawardhanavelu, non-independent, non-executive director.
I am Shivali Jayavadnavelu and I'm attending this meeting from the registered office located at 34A Kamaraj Road, Coimbatore. Thank you.
Thank you. Shri G. Mani, Managing Director and member of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Share Transfer Committee, and Chairman of the CSR Committee.
Speaking from the registered office 34A Kamra Road, Coimbatore.
Apart from this, we have with us Shri S. Ravindran, our Chief Financial Officer, and Shri S. K. Radhakrishnan, our Company Secretary, who are present with us today. Confirming of quorum and statement of other statutory information. Shri Ravi Sam, Non-Executive Director, Member of the Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Share Transfer Committee, is unable to attend the meeting and has sought leave of absence. Apart from the directors, the Chief Financial Officer and Company Secretary, Sri T. S. V. Rajagopal of MS Subhachar and Srinivasan, the statutory auditors, Sri M. R. L. Narsimha, the secretarial auditor, and Sri B. Krishnamurthy, scrutinizer, are also participating in this meeting from their respective locations. The key executives of the company have also joined this meeting from their respective locations. We have the requisite quorum present through the video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. Quorum being present, I now call this meeting to order. Since there is no physical attendance of the members, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. I wish to state that I am satisfied with the facilities provided to the members of the company for participating in this meeting through video conferencing. The company has taken all efforts feasible under the circumstances to enable the members to participate and vote on the items being considered in the meeting. The registers, as required under the Companies Act 2013, have been made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM. Members seeking to inspect such documents can send their request to secretary@vama.com. Members who have not yet voted through the remote e-voting can cast their vote during the meeting through the e-voting facility. Since the notice of the AGM, along with the financial statements and the director's report, is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. As there are no qualifications or comments or remarks in the statutory audit report and the secretarial audit report for the financial year 31st March 2022, I take them as read. I would now like to move on to addressing the shareholders in terms of what has gone by and what is to be expected. Dear shareholders, I am pleased to welcome you all to the 40th AGM of the company. The annual accounts, director's report, management discussion and analysis report, and the report on the company's corporate governance for the financial year ended 31st March 2022 have been with you for this statutory period. With your permission, I take them as read. I would like to shed some light on the economy, the pandemic, and the recent geopolitical developments in Europe have impacted the global economy, and it is today facing a gloomy and uncertain outlook. High inflation rates, especially in the United States and major European economies, are tightening global financial conditions. According to the IMF, the global economic growth has slowed from last year's 6.1% to 3.2% this year and may further reduce to 2.9% during 2023. Higher commodity prices, global supply chain disruptions, and shutdowns due to pandemic continue to set the global economy on a course of slower growth amidst high inflation. While India's economy is expected to do better than the other economies in the year 23, it faces many challenges. Retail consumer demand in the US and the EU, the two of India's biggest export markets, and in other advanced economies, is waning as respective central banks are resorting to aggressive interest rate hikes to counter inflation. This, in turn, is expected to impact the export of textile products from India, thereby impacting India's manufacturing sector performance. However, it is heartening to note that the Indian government has taken proactive measures such as export curves on products and commodities to check inflation and shore up domestic consumption to counter this fallout. The outlook for the spinning industry is also not encouraging, with raw material prices, especially cotton, still ruling at very high levels. In contrast, the demand for yarn from downstream industry is very sluggish. However, there is hope from the fact that the prices may stabilize once the new cotton crop arrives in the market. The company has achieved a turnover of rupees 419.40 crores during the year under review against rupees 266.91 crores during the financial year 21-22. The company has earned a net profit of rupees 48.16 crores during the year under review as against a net profit of rupees 8.8 crores during the previous financial year. The agency division, on the robust demand for textile machinery from spinning mills during 21-22, helped the division to achieve a better turnover and a PBT. The agency division has clocked a turnover of 19.28 crores during the financial year 21-22 as against 9.98 crores during the previous year and earned a profit before tax of rupees 9.6 crores compared to 2.11 crores for the last fiscal. The textile division, the good demand for yarn with higher price realization and the initial availability of good cotton at reasonable prices, coupled with better efficiency and productivity, have helped this division to record the highest turnover of rupees 356.12 crores in the year under review as against rupees 230.50 crores in the previous year. This division has earned a PBT of rupees 54.28 crores as against rupees 21.16 crores in the previous year. The engineering division, the better takeoff of gears and gearboxes by OEMs, and improvement in the efficiency levels helped this division to achieve a turnover of rupees 51.02 crores against rupees 28.14 crores in the previous year. This division has earned a PBT of rupees 6.26 crores as against rupees 0.45 crores in the previous year. On the energy side, the company has 69 windmills with an installed capacity of 26.425 megawatt, which generated 2.78 crore units of power. The company has met more than 50% of its energy requirements through wind power. Looking at the future prospects, the market dynamics have suddenly changed in the second quarter of the current financial year. The units are finding it difficult to cope with higher cotton costs and unremunerative yarn prices. However, the cotton arrivals will start in the third quarter and the market conditions are expected to stabilize. Our agency and engineering divisions are expected to perform well during the year. The financial results for the quarter ended 30/6/2022. During the quarter ended 30th June 2022, the company recorded a turnover of rupees 127.56 crores against rupees 74.31 crores. The profit after tax for the quarter ended June 2022 is 10.44 crores as against rupees 6.38 crores during the same period last year. I'm happy to announce that the company has installed 2.725 megawatt of solar panels, replacing 12 windmills with a capacity of 2.725, which were more than 27 years old. I thank all our shareholders, the banks, uh, and customers for their support. I thank all our employees at all levels for their continued contribution towards the company's progress. I join you in looking forward to a future of greater prosperity. I also request you in joining me in invoking the blessings of Goddess Lakshmi, and thank you all for attending the meeting. Thank you. Now, I request the company secretary to explain the voting process at the AGM.
All those
present in the meeting who have not yet cast their votes through remote e-voting. Members may please go to the voting page of NSDL e-voting website and cast their vote while at the same time watch the proceedings of the meeting. Sri B. Krishnamurthy, Chartered Accountant, has been appointed as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the e-voting and remote e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. Since the AGM is held through video conference and the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening the AGM have been already put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. Members may note that there is no voting by show of hands at this AGM. Members are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the AGM notice for seamless participation and voting during the meeting. I now request the chairman to conduct further proceedings.
Thank you. Now I shall take up the resolutions as set out in the notice. Resolution number 1 of the notice to adoption of the annual financial statements. The financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2022, including the reports of Board of Directors and auditors, have already been provided to the members. Item number 2, declaration of a dividend. The board has recommended a final dividend of ₹10 per equity share. Item number 3 of the notice, reappointment of Sri Ravi Sam, who retires by rotation and who is eligible and offers himself for reappointment. Item number 4 of the notice, to appoint Justice Srimati Chitra Venkatraman as an independent director of the company for a period of 5 years with effect from 6th July 2022. Item number 5 is to appoint Ms. Shivali Jayavardhanavelu as director of the company. Item number 6 is to approve the material related party transactions with Lakshmi Machine Works Limited. Item number 7 is a ratification of remuneration payable to the cost auditors. The text of the resolutions along with the explanatory statements is provided in the notice circulated to the members. Now, the company secretary will explain the procedure regarding questions from shareholders.
Now we will take questions from shareholders. Shareholders who have already registered as speakers will be allowed to speak. Members are requested to keep their questions brief and specific. The moderator will facilitate the questions on video feature. The moderator will announce the name of the speaker shareholder and unmute him. Also, questions sent by email to the company, if any, will also be read and answered towards the end. In this regard, company has received requests from 2 shareholders to register as speaker shareholder. Now I request the moderator to unmute Mr. Sri Hans Kumar. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all the board of directors of Super Sales Limited. My name is Sri Hans Kumar. I am from Hyderabad. So I am the old shareholder of this company. So due to this VC conference, I am able to attend the AGM. So I have few queries regarding the company. The company is into main marketing division of this Lakshmi Machine Works. So due to the PLI schemes and all, so there would be a huge demand for the textile machineries and all. So how is our company coping up to cater the need of all the other industries? Yeah, another thing is the Vama, our cotton yarn. So due to the fluctuation of the cotton prices, so is the company able to maintain the margins which it was earlier maintaining? So what would be the company looking at the cotton average price? And I wish the company has again diversified into the solar panels. So what would be the contribution of this division also to our company? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Now, moderator, mute Mr. Sri Hans Kumar and unmute Mr. Abhishek Karla.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
My name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DPID IN 301637 and client ID is 41359155. Sir, first of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of and 5th annual general body meeting. The trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap. After completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest brands in a respective segment. Sir, I would like to know how our business has been impacted in these past 3 years of this COVID time. The coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. Whether any employees were taxed high on salary cut in percentage, if any, I would like to know from you, sir. And whether any salary cut was being taken by the management during the pandemic time. And I would request the management to kindly take part in on-call quarterly presentations and meeting with global investors on a regular basis. So we are on the 40th annual general body meeting now. So, and shareholders have a lot of expectations from the management in the years to come. Hope that the management will reward the minority shareholders with a bonus in the upcoming year. And whether any rights issue possibilities is there, sir, in the management in the coming years to come, I would like to know from you, sir. And I would request the management to kindly arrange for a factory visit for the investor fraternity. And as soon as you think that the pandemic is under and it is advisable for the management to take the shareholders to the factory visit, kindly arrange for the same, sir. And what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? Myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Wells Associate in Chennai. So I would request your good selves to kindly enroll our firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services, sir. And nothing much to ask, sir. I appreciate the company secretary and their sincere efforts in connecting the annual general body meeting, all the shareholders in virtual platform, and making this 40th annual general body meeting a grand success. We are really thankful to the company secretary for helping us and giving us the link on a timely basis. And nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. And one more shareholder, Mr. A.V. Manisundaram, who is also registered as a speaker, sir, but his email has been bounced and he is not able to get any links, sir. He would like, he's from Salem and he is in Chennai right now. Kindly allow him to have 2 words with you, sir, on the AGM, sir. Just a second, sir.
Yes, sir, please. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Hello. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
audible, sir?
Sir, you are not audible now.
Now, sir?
Yeah, please go on.
Sir, I welcome. What is the
We are not able to hear or see you at all. Yes, yeah.
Now my voice is clear, sir.
Yes, could we have your name, please?
Mani Sundaram. Sir, Mani Sundaram.
Manisundram. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
40th annual general body meeting is a very challengeable one with the full business and also having a portfolio, market value. Also, very happy to inform, very happy to announce annual general body meeting by video conference. Then we have to like to requesting active and also one more our family cousin brothers also having shares in our companies. They advise us to purchase this one, sir, and also give hospitality to the shareholder who have attended the AGM by video conference, and also very happy to in future in next year we will meet in physical AGM, sir. Thank you, thank you, Lord.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Manisundram. Thank you.
There is no more speaker, shareholders.
Good. So, first of all, I would like to thank all the shareholders, Sri Hans Kumar, Sri Abhishek, and Sri Manisundaram. Ms. Manisundaram, your audio and video was very feeble, but let me try and kind of now answer all the queries which have been put up. First of all, I must say that the last 2 years has been a very good year for the textile business as large. Both the spinning industry as well as the downstream have been quite busy in supplying their customers at good prices. However, uh, towards the end, the price of the raw material being cotton and the price of yarn, what we could realize because of the high increase in the cost of raw material, mills started to face a lot of headwinds. And as I said earlier, the geopolitical situation also has turned in such a way with the war, commodity prices going up, inflation going up, and also severe problems for logistics has turned the business a little negative. However, in the future, we strongly believe that the textile business will come up again. As Mr. Hans Kumar, Sri Hans Kumar was mentioning, that the government has taken a number of initiatives in order to stimulate the textile business. I think we've had one of the most vibrant textile ministers, and I'm sure with all their initiatives and bringing the textile industry in their focus, they will be able to kind of bring back the glory of the textile business. The PLI scheme, apart from that, there are many customers who are either modernizing the mills or they're beginning to expand or replace new machines, and therefore the business has been good. Super sales has been doing very well in getting the business as requested by our principals in turn and maintaining the market share in many of these segments. The solar wind panels, as was said, was a main important investment for us. As you know, we were one of the earlier investments in renewable energy, wherein we went up with wind energy, which has helped us pay a very rich dividend. Now, as was said, all the old windmills are being replaced with solar panels, and we have invested a value of 3 crores. The value of units generated out of that is around 3 crore 11 lakhs units would be generated out of that. And we will have further investments in the area of solar and have a hybrid situation. The recent there is pressure on the bottom line of selling our Vama yarn, and we hope that we will quickly come out of the situation by bringing more innovative products to the customers, as well as with the new cotton season coming in, we see that the pressure of cotton is also easing a bit. Mr. Abhishek, the COVID time had been a very difficult time for all of us, but in God's grace, we had managed it very well. We had supported our people throughout without any pay cuts or any disturbance in reduction of people. We supported them throughout everything. We also supported them in terms of getting vaccinated, the first and second vaccinations, and also help their family members get vaccinated and stay safe. So I'm happy that those times are behind us, and we continue to be very strict in adhering to all the government-related COVID policies which are in effect. The share price is a combination of many things, and I'm afraid we don't have much control on that. But I'm sure that the company's performance will reflect in a better share price in the future, and then the market cap going up. There is always a debate on bonuses or rights issue. At the appropriate times, those would be discussed in the board, and suitable action would be taken from there on. In terms of expenses, there's always an effort by the company to reduce expenses. It's a continuous effort. It's not only on the expense side, it is also in terms of increasing the efficiencies of both the machine, man, and our methods. And I'm happy to say, over the years today, both our textile units as well as the engineering unit have up-to-date modern technology and modern machines, which will make sure that we will be able to service our customers well in the future. Mr. Manisundaram, we could not able to hear you well, but we also thank you for your participation and look forward to meeting all of you in person. I'm sure by next year when we're able to have our physical meetings. We are very happy to show the units. We have 2 textile mills, we have wind farms, we also have an engineering unit. Shareholders can always contact our company secretary, and we'll be able to fix an appointment to show you our facilities. So I hope I've addressed all the issues which have been brought up. Anything else? If not, then we are always available here to answer any of your queries. Thank you. With this, we conclude the questions session. Now, I would like to move on to the informing on the voting results and the concluding remarks. Members may note that the e-voting facility on the NSDL platform will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable those shareholders who have not cast their votes and who would like to cast their vote to do so. The results would be declared after considering both remote e-voting and e-voting during the meeting within 2 days. And the consolidated scrutinizers report will be placed in the company's website in the NSDL website. The results will also be intimated to the stock exchange in which the company's equity shares are listed. The resolutions are set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. Arrangements have been made for the distribution of dividend through HDFC Bank if the said resolution is passed by the members. The dividend will be paid through electronic credit by post, subject to availability of normal postal services within 30 days after deducting applicable tax at source. I wish to thank all the shareholders who have joined this meeting through video conference. I also wish to extend a warm thanks to all our directors who have joined us this meeting. With your consent, and I and other board members would like to leave the meeting and request all shareholders to stay safe and take care of themselves and their family. I hereby declare the proceedings as closed. Thank you.